Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Welcome to your hastily picked, arbitrarily chosen ratings out of 10 for the Liverpool Stoke game. Simon Mignolet, 5. I'm giving him a 5. I'm also getting shouts of lucky from a load of really from some slightly annoyed Stoke fans. Yeah, Simon Mignolet 5. Didn't do enough for me. He slowed it down, and there was a lot of dissension amongst Liverpool fans in the crowd, and I don't know whether he's been told to do that, because I would suggest if someone does that all game, then it's clearly a game plan. But every time he got the ball, he looked to slow it down, he looked to time waste, he looked to boot it long rather than lay it out short. And I don't mind that again if that's the game plan, but if it's not, if he's just being a bit too, I don't know, not ballsy enough with it, then that's something that needs addressing, because that's old school Mignolet, not the Mignolet that ended up being quite good last season. Left back Joe Gomez, 6, sounds, thought he did a decent job. Right back Klein, 6 and a bit, fine. Lovren, Skirtle, 6s. This is just shit. Just picking numbers. If you disagree with any of this, by all means, go mad. Henderson, 6, yeah. Milner, 7. Probably the better of the two in the midfield. Henderson, I thought, made some more of the interesting runs, but how many times he gave away the ball stupidly, or just did something daft, or didn't take charge enough. I wasn't particularly enamoured with that, but you know, not a bad game by him by any stretch. Phil Coutinho, 11, obviously. Who else have we got? Adam Lallana, 5. Again, you know, flat to deceive. Some of the better things we did in the first 10 minutes involved him, but not enough as far as I'm concerned. Definitely needs to do a lot more. When he looks good, he looks very good, and when he doesn't, he just doesn't look like he's doing enough for the team. Lacks pace, and we want to see more. He's got it. I want to see more from you, Adam. Yes. I feel like these may all be a little bit harsh. They don't represent my mood in any way, shape or form. Trying to be fair. Who else? I've done Gomez. Benteke. Another 6. I don't think he did enough. Again, he looks he looks like he's going to be a handful, but he looks short of match sharpness. So Jordan Ibe, I think a 5 or a 6, if I'm honest. I'll come on to the subs. Thanks, Chris. I'll come on to that. Jordan Ibe, he looked 18. I thought Munier had an absolutely stonking game at left back for him. He had Jordan Ibe in his pocket for the vast majority of it. He didn't look strong. He didn't look composed enough. He didn't look brave enough. And I think a lot of I just want to qualify all this. I think a lot of this feeds into what I discussed as the game plan. I do feel like Liverpool played within themselves. I don't think like we went gung-ho. I don't think like we took the handbrake off really at all in that game, apart from the last few minutes. So I don't necessarily think this is a representation of players being shit or whatever, but in terms of the all-round performance, you know, if you strip away Phil Coutinho's goal, I think the performances, generally speaking, were very, very average, but ultimately who gives a flying fuck. Subs, I'm not even going to bother. Firmino looked very good, so I'll give him a positive rating. You can decide what that's going to be in the comments. Emre Can didn't get a chance to do a great deal, but it's nice to see him play in midfield, isn't it? Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your arbitrary, completely and utterly made up and on the whole piss-boiling suggestions for Liverpool player ratings out of 10 in the comments below. By all means, call me a cunt. I probably deserve it. I've not put any thought into these whatsoever. Yeah, there we go. Check out the rest of the content on the redmentv.com. Check out the rest of the content on youtube.com/the Redmen TV. We're outside the Britannia Stadium. We're going to go before we get our heads kicked in. Cheers. What do you think of that, mate?
Oh, well, put through the ringer, wasn't I? Put through the ringer, but at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points. Everybody comes and says, you know, go to Stoke. Getting a draw is a good result these days, and we've gone and snatched all 3 points with a clean sheet.